was great. Hello, my name's Camilla. I am the Executive Director of Archway Bridge Communications, which of course, as everybody knows, means I'm a freelancer. If there are any North Londoners in the room, they'll be aware of Archway Bridge and the other name for it, and of course it's where you go when you run out of ideas, so hence the name of the company. There's a lot of great technology in the room. There's a lot of great technology out there. I love my iPad mini. I know Sharon likes to show off her Pebble to anyone who will look at it. But there's one bit of communication that gives me a frisson every time I go into a new restaurant or bar or public building, and that is, of course, the joy of hand dryers. Now, some of us in this room will know exactly where I'm going with this. Those of you who don't, that's because those of us that do are old. So I don't hate you, you're just too young. There are a few things that I find more depressing than going into a bathroom and seeing this. This just sucks the joy out of the room, not quite as much, however, as this, which really is. I did want to put my work ones. My work only has hand towels. It makes me sad. And this one makes me slightly happier, but in itself, it is looking a little bit sad. Thank you, BuzzFeed. But I mean, ideally for me, what I want is the daddy of hand dryers. I want the kind of the big boy, the thinking woman's hand dryer, the Professor Brian Cox of hand dryers. And to be honest, we all know where we're going with that. It is, of course, the Dyson Airblade. Now, in 2006, James Dyson and his team of engineers decided to take the sucking technology of the Dyson vacuum cleaner and set it to blow. One can only assume with the majority of the engineers at Dyson, in my sexist view probably being men, they had exhausted all the sucking possibilities, or indeed they were exhausted. I love the Airblade for its noise, its snazzy look, but mostly I love it because, again, I am old. Now I want everyone in the room to take your hand and to lift the skin like so. Now see how long it takes to drop back down. Now everybody do it again and look at your neighbour. Now judge them and judge their age. Now you'll see your skin is made up of about 70% collagen, and over the years what happens is you lose about 1% a year. So in today's Mail, actually, it tells us that pretty much everything screws your skin up. Caffeine, no caffeine. Exercise, no exercise. Too much food, not enough. You can't win, but then that's the Daily Mail. So if you take my meaningful graph, if you take my 13-year-old stepdaughter, please, the one thing that I hate, obviously she has this lovely, soft, smooth alabaster skin, free of the ravages of time, free of the ravages of sunspots, UV, all the things the Daily Mail tells us to hate. But to be honest, the amount my skin ripples in a Dyson in comparison to her puny 13-year-old skin is directly correlated to my happiness and inaction. So, this isn't me. I give you my model A. A is 38. A is why I love the Airblade. She won't mind me saying A is also, she's quite a round lady. So the double addition of as you get older, your skin gets looser and you put on a few pounds. That's what the Dyson is for. But not everyone shares this view. Sadly, I feel these gentlemen have an agenda. So according to the European Tissue Symposium, tissue is the most hygienic, and microorganisms can blow up to 2 meters away, potentially to the people behind you. Of course, blog.toiletpaperworld, 254% more bacteria. But I cannot help but think these gentlemen have an agenda. So for me, what I'd like you people to do is, next time you go into a room, and I have heard from Laura, who spoke earlier, for example, about the amazing multi-directional Dyson. Or indeed, if you go in, if you see an ersatz copy or one of the accelerators, I love them as well, go into that bathroom. Don't think about the 2-meter spray of fecal matter that is appearing across the room. Don't think about that. Just think about this. And so I leave you with that, and I hope that you will, of course, please wash your hands.